Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're taking a look at a Reanimator deck in history format. So the reason why I'm trying out this deck is because I saw Andre Manguchi playing with this card called Sin, Spira's Punishment. And basically what this does is it's a 7/7 flyer, and when it comes onto the battlefield or attacks, you exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random, then create a tap token that's a copy of that card. And if the exiled card is a land, you repeat the process until you hit a non-land permanent. And basically, we're going to be abusing this card with another card called Emperor Bones, because it's going to let the Sin enter and attack on the same turn. And if you do have a Sorin or a Lenda in the graveyard, you can also run them out as well. Or let's say if you only have one choice, if you only have a way to discard one card that turn, you could discard the Sorin, which will put it onto the battlefield with the Sin, and then you can -3 the Saint Lenda onto the battlefield. So that's something that you can do as well. Outside of that, we're going to be playing this card called Assemble from Parts, because just relying on Emperor Bones isn't going to do it. We do need another Reanimate spell, and considering that this is an instant speed spell, you could also play it on opponent's turn while holding up things like Spell Pierce or Counter Spell, but you can also play it alongside Tainted Indulgence, which is going to be our way of discarding a card. But outside of that, we do also have a Psychic Frog and Bitter Triumph to discard our hand as well. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. So hence that, I'm going to be hopping over to some History Quest of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, let's give this one a go. Ooh, Psychic Frog. Very nice pickup. Prismatic Vista. Is this a shifting woodland combo deck? No, it's a Sorin deck. Oh, it's a Tarmogoyf. Interesting. Oh, wow. So, I mean, I could just Sorin here, but I don't know. I feel like probably just playing Emperor Bones. Like, what if they play Saint Alenda? I guess I have a Bitter Triumph here.
Blood is my beginning. You're welcome to the family.
Unable to attack or defend. Get a free card out of it. I mean, the thing is, they could very well be playing Sorin as well. You know, if you see black, there's a very good chance opponent plays something like that. Could bring a Flute and a Thoughtseize. And a Stone of Barrack. I think if it was actually like, if I knew 100% they were playing Sorin, I think I would bring a Strix Serenade, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% here. I'll go like this. Okay, we got a Sin Spira. Pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really like 100% on like sold on the Sorin here. Like, I'm trying to do Sin Spira things, but I don't know. Yeah, not really sold on the Sorin. Oh, you know what? Maybe we want that other vampire. Like that 6-mana card. Maybe that's what we want to do. Crucius. They're playing a very old school deck here. Got a Bitter Triumph. Ooh, Saint Alenda. Perfect. And just like that. What a stupid card.
Join my crusade.
What an absolutely stupid card. They could have a Fatal Push, but they still have to deal with the Saint Alenda here. Ooh, that's very good.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
They got a Liliana.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Curse your bloodline.
I'm not sure if I care about the Liliana too much. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, that's actually really good. What a nice pickup there. So, if I go Sin Spira, I have a chance of bricking and get a Sorin down. Oh, no, 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 because it does it twice. So... So get the Sin Spira. Get a Saint Alenda for free. I guess I'll just do that. Get a Sorin.
Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Play the Cleric. And then get rid of a Crucius. Easy. That's so sick. That is so sick. I'm so glad I tried out Sin Spira. That is so sick. Right. Okay, we got Assemble from Parts with the Sin here. Okay. I don't know what this could be. Quarry Steel Cutter. I think we just play Emperor Bones. Because even if I go Tainted Indulgence, I can't assemble from parts. That means I can't really, you know, play the Sin on my next turn. So I think we pass, and then we go... Like, they're gonna use a removal spell on the Emperor Bones, right? And then we Tainted Indulgence, and then assemble from parts. Get back the Emperor Bones. Sick, sick, sick. Mentor's Guidance. Do I have to play the Fatal Push on the Symmetry Sage? I wonder. I wonder. I think I should, actually. Because I have 4 mana anyways. Arcanist. So they have a removal spell. Okay, perfect. Get back. Play the Sin. Get rid of a play with fire. So this is the reason why I kind of hesitated whether should I use the Emperor Bones or not. So there's nothing in there. I guess I should just sit back. Since if one of them dies, I can at least transform it into 4/4 and then potentially block the Drahor Arcanist. I feel like there's like more broken things you can do with this deck. Interesting. Fire Magic main deck. Oh, opponent got me. They definitely got me. Okay, it was a bounce spell. They have a lot of like what? They have a lot of like sideboard cards. Yeah, they have a lot of sideboard cards. Why is that? Pretty good. We'll top deck a Saint Alenda one time. Boom, just like that. Easy win. It's not gonna do anything. So counter this. 5. Yeah, so we're dead anyways. So the problem with this card is that it leaves a 4/4 instead of a 7/7. So it's pretty easy to remove against the opponent's deck, that is, because they play Flame of Banor. That's really the problem here. Usually, like 4 toughness is good enough in historic because the spells are so bad. But because opponent's playing Flame Lenore, it's a little bit awkward. Also, by the way, insane hand. Insane. Alright. I mean, can we just win? Don't we just win?
Depart Innistrad immediately. Oh, you have welcome to the family.
Just make this card like unable to attack. I mean, they would need quite a bit to kill this Saint Alenda. Even if they bounce it, we can just, you know, because the Sorin is still there, you can kind of cheat it out. So you attack, bounce Saint Alenda. They'd have to actually wow. Kind of impressive. They were able to do this. Okay, we have a game. I mean, they did have to like use so much resources for that. They're down to 2 cards. Then we have a spell pierce plus a surgical, plus a counter spell. I mean, I guess I'll just spell pierce this. I do wonder, do we just play just play out Psychic Frog here? I think I do. And then just get rid of both of these and then just call it a day. Okay, so they're gonna tag, get back a surgical. No? Interesting play. So technically, if I get rid of all of these, I can block it. Let's just get rid of it. Whatever. They use a bunch of cards to kill it. You know, things like that. Emperor Bones. It's pretty good. So I think we just discard and then play Fatal Push. Then opponent's not gonna have anything. I guess with that play I could have also played the Emperor Bones, but they could have a removal spell. Okay, looks like opponent did draw a removal spell here. But it's not gonna matter because we drew assemble the team. I mean assemble from parts. Alright. I think I might actually have another like Toxic Deluge in this matchup. Seems okay. Maybe take out a copy of a Tainted Indulgence. Double Stern Scolding. Okay. We have a Sin Spira with the Emperor Bones. Soul Scar. Another Soul Scar coming out. With Spear's Teaching. Another one. Okay, we're not drawing as well as I hoped in this final match. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay, I'm gonna play around the Spell Pierce here. Static Discharge. A lot of burn spells coming out. I think I'll take the 2 here. Unfortunate. Rest of iteration. I think I might have to just get rid of the Soul Scar Mage. Now I'm taking a little bit too much damage. There's only a land and Spira. It's like not that good enough. Yeah, honestly, like, not very good enough. I might just have to run this Emperor Bones, honestly. Because I'm just not doing anything at the moment. I didn't want to do this, but it's like we're not really cheating out anything. It's just like we just drew 20 lands. We just drew 20 lands without really much going on. 21 land deck, by the way. Ooh. As I say that, as I say that, yeah, if I held on to all of these like lands, I feel like I could have been fine because now I can like buff up my Psychic Frog, but now I can't. Also, opponent drew 4 copies of Soul Scar Mage, by the way. Kind of funny. Kind of funny. Dreadhorde Arcanist. I probably have to Otawara the Dreadhorde Arcanist. That is you know, if they use a lightning bolt or something like that, I probably do have to. Okay, it's not. Hmm. Kind of sad that I preemptively did it. That was my bad. Making a lot of misplays here. Okay, so there's only 10 lands left in the deck. And we've only drawn 17 cards. So hopefully we don't see any more lands for the rest of the game. Drew a lot of lands this game. Kind of insane. We drew a lot of lands this game. I discarded that because I want to make them use the Drehor Arcanist spell onto Psychic Frog, and then I blocked the Drehor Arcanist. Okay, so that's okay. Okay, very good start. Very good start. Soren and a Psychic Frog. Soren and a Psychic Frog here. I mean, I can't attack or I can't block. Symmetry Sage. I think we might be dead. Alright, GG's. Okay. Wow, it got even worse. Kinda crazy. They have a Fragment Reality, it seems. Fragment Reality. They don't have a Fragment Reality. Interesting. Tainted Indulgence. Oh wow. Okay. Guess I'll play out another Psychic Frog now that we have a Spell Pierce. I think I'm just going to prefetch. So there's a Fragment Reality that I said they would have. A Soren. That's a counter spell mana. Might as well just shock for the Fatal Push plus a spell Pierce. Snapcaster Mage. Maybe I should have used the Fatal Push. Right?
Blood is my beginning, and it will be your end.
Alright, we're just waiting for that Saint Alenda. We're good to go.
Our fiends thirst for life.
They're gonna draw. Still can't find a land. No, what's funny is we've been flooding a lot, right, with this 21 land deck. And opponent's probably playing like 24 land deck, and they can't even like, you know, find a land.
I bestow a mighty curse.
Maybe I shouldn't actually Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay. So even if Soren, I mean, I guess I shouldn't have done that. So now I can Fatal Push you. And then we can get it back with the assembled parts. Potentially. I think it's the same outcome. I could have dealt one more damage by discarding the Fatal Push, but I decided to use a Fatal Push for the assemble from parts. Um... Get the Saint Talenda out. Do I draw or get an Inspiring Cleric out? Guess I'll just get a Cleric out. How do they still not have a land? Hello?
Our fiends thirst for life.
We need a discard spell. Yeah, I mean they're basically dead next turn. Because even if they get like draw land into a board wipe, I can assemble from parts the Inspiring Cleric and deal 3 damage. Okay. I think this could be pretty nice because they play a lot of Planeswalkers probably. So far, I'm not really sure about the Spira's punishment. It's cool. It's cool. But yeah, not sure. I guess Fatal Push. Leave one there. Okay. Looks okay. Looks pretty decent. So I think we just pass, right? I think we just pass with the counter spell. Since the opponent plays like Narset and stuff like that. I guess I'll try to jam like a copy of a Sorin. Oh, that landed. Interesting. This must be like a fragment reality coming. Guess I'll just draw then. It's not a fragment reality? Must be a board wipe then. Land? Oh, land would have been sick. Right, so I'll play. Is it an Emperor Bones? Is it an Emperor Bones here? I'll play the Emperor Bones here. They have a surgical.
Blood calls to your soul.
I guess that's kind of bad because they have a surgical. Since I can't like assemble from parts. Saint Alenda. Short. It's a -1 card. Yeah, -1 card from opponent. Narset.
The focused and disown your prowess.
We got another one.
Our fiends thirst for life.
So, do I kill the Narset here, or do I just play another creature? I guess we'll just kill it.
This was overwhelming.
This is but a taste of my power.
I mean, I guess I can play one and then play Assemble from Parts since it's kind of rotting in my hand. So we'll play Counterspell plus Assemble from Parts. They topped both of them. So they do see my Counterspell. Okay, Thoughtseize was actually pretty nice. Let's see what they topped. Interesting. That's very interesting. They definitely want to protect this somehow. Okay, sure. I'll play the other Emperor Bones.
I bestow a mighty curse.
Get rid of that.
pass through you.
It must be another Spring Verdict. Also, because it's a token, they can't fragment reality. Fun enough. Interesting that they decided to get lost that. Very interesting. This might be a bait.
Our fiends thirst for life.
Otawara. So many bounce spells, right? So many bounce spells. We need to find like Sin Spira or something. I think we just let this go, right? Because like, who cares about this? We don't have Saint Alinda anymore.
Darkness will always return.
Where is Sin Spira's punishment? Might be a go next situation. If you don't like draw like Tainted Indulgence or something like that. Thoughtseize, not bad. I do want to sequence things with another card here. Preferably Sin Spira's punishment. Come on. Like any of my creatures will kind of do. By the way, we are playing 21 lands, but every game we are flooding quite a bit, which is kind of bizarre. It is only playing 21 lands, but we're always like flooding quite a bit, right? Which is a bit strange, to say the least. Dot sees you. Why did I discard Sorin? Yeah, why didn't I discard Sorin? Alright, so I guess we get rid of a Stern Scolding. Play. They're going to Mystical Dispute. No. Okay. Okay, opponent tops 2. I mean, I guess we just use the one that is a known information. Okay, short.
I know my responsibility. Time is much more malleable than people think.
I think we just paid 3 life, right?
Now what?
I mean, Spell Pierce is absolutely useless right now.
There are so many myths with thoughtfulness before action.
I mean, so we just kill Narset, right?
I have reached my limit.
What a game. Very grindy. So double Narset down, double Teferi down. Opponent tops it again. So I can't really attack right now. How are we still drawing lands at this point? Insane. So my bottom half are 4 Psychic Frogs, 2 Emperors. There you go. So I mean, we just play this, and then if it gets countered, we can just replay it back. All right. Top 2 again. Get lost. Okay, so we don't have Psychic Frog anymore. That's a shame. So our only win con right now is a Tainted Indulgence into Sin. That's a lot of surgical extractions. There we go. So that's a 7/7. Nothing in there, honestly. One top. How are we still drawing lands? There's only 6 lands left of the deck. Yikes. Honestly, a yikes. I think this deck doesn't need more ways to draw. It's having such a difficult time, you know? Getting things done. So we would need like something like removal spell to attack through this thing here. We also like lost so many ways of discarding. We don't have Psychic Frog anymore because of surgical. Things like that. Wrath of the Skies. So we have a Surgical Gamer. Okay, finally. Finally. Maybe we just pass. How about just passing? Since we do have 2 counter spells here. If opponent was a little bit lower on life, like, would have been amazing, but bum bum bum. No more lies. Okay. They could be dead here. Opponent could be dead here. So this is probably you? I'm doing it this way, so if opponent has a removal spell... Oh, it was a Fragment Reality? Maybe I made a mistake by doing this. Darn, it was a Fragment Reality. Wait, hold up. Oh. Sure. Hmm.
Defeating you will not bring me pleasure, nor pain.
It was a fragment reality. This is a vampire.
My bloodline flows through you.
I can just find a bitter triumph. Like, this would be so easy, but...
The blood calls to your soul.
Opponent goes to 6. Almost there. Double top again. Double top again. Prismatic ending. Return target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker to its owner's hand.
Our fiends thirst for life.
Alright, final turn. Oh my god, what a crazy game. What a crazy game. Okay, definitely the deck has some problems, right? Alright, I think the Sin Spira's Punishment is a good card. However, this deck is not. So there's a lot of like longevity, a lot of like value with this card, but it doesn't actually pair up too much with the Assemble from Parts. Mainly because this exiles. So what ends up happening when you play this deck is you assemble from parts, get the Sin out, but the problem with this is not only is it a 4/4, which is pretty vulnerable, but you also exile, right? You also exile. Not only does this exile, but Sin also exiles. This removes a card from the graveyard, and this removes a card from the graveyard, and then Emperor Bones also removes a card from the graveyard. So what ends up happening is you get this like weird mix of awkwardness after the first initial combo. You're left with nothing in the graveyard to work with. And that's really bad because if the initial combo gets shut down by removal spells, things like that, you're left with nothing. I think the deck definitely suffers from not having another way of potentially drawing cards and discarding. What this deck is probably lacking could be maybe Kiora, honestly. Just more ways of like drawing and discarding is something that I think this deck lacks. Another card that comes to mind is this card here, Winter Night Stories, which could be also pretty good in this deck because you do want to discard a creature like Saint Alenda, Sin, things like that. But I think overall the core problem here might be the assemble from parts. We just don't have good reanimation spells in this format. If we had Goryo like in Modern, this card would be actually so crazy good because this card triggers off of it entering and then attacking, right? So another thing I think this deck is probably lacking is the ability to play that green source. Just being able to hardcast this. I think instead of the Underground River, I think the deck needs to be able to play this this card here, Starting Town. So now, on an off chance, right, you potentially could play Sin off of starting town. I think that's pretty important. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of an experiment with the assemble from parts and Sin Spira's punishment. And potentially, like, instead of playing a Saint Alenda and Sorin, it might be just correct to play Aatroxa, which just removes, like, a reliance on the Sorin and having more discard spells for the combo, right? Instead of, like, Sorin and Alenda here, have 4 copies of Aatroxa and then 4 copies of, like, Harmonize card. I think that could be actually pretty sweet. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.